All right, Coach, we are pleased as always to be bringing you coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. Today we continue on in Wild Card Weekend with a great AFC matchup between the Cincinnati Bengals and the Houston Texans. The battle for the Lamar Hunt Trophy begins as we're underway in this AFC wildcard game. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The former second-round pick, this is Joe Mixon. And that is the kind of tackling they want to see all game, as he'll lose yardage to... Start things out.
It's a loss of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 24-yard line.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Dalton now to pass. Throwing for his running back, and he's got it complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 12 yards that time, and a Cincinnati first down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Throw from Dalton, taken in by Eifert. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal, because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down.
51, Mike 51.
And Dalton to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Whitney merciless in there to bury him for a loss of 11.
We said it before the game, and I think it's still apparent. If these guys are going to advance in these playoffs, they're going to have to wreak some havoc coming off the edge.
Yeah, wild card round. They told us the wild card could be that defensive pressure. They showed it there.
Bravo.
3rd and long. What will Dalton dial up? And that is incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed if there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. Shifts by him. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. Watson will bring up the Texans here, 1st and 10, just shy of the 30. Watson being chased out left. And he's going to keep it here. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple.
Now, that was not a bad scramble there on first down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable 2nd and short.
Check. Motion to backfield. Motion to the backfield.
First carry for Carlos Hyde. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
All right, Brandon, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
Here we go, here we go. Kill, 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 kill. To the car.
Play action for Miller. Now Watson. And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure. Carl Lawson in there to get him. It's a loss of 5.
Sometimes I watch games and wonder why they use play fakes on certain passing situations, because it's not going to fool anyone. I don't know if that was the case here, but the end result was the same. No one fooled. The quarterback was hit.
Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack.
Get in the weight room. Get in the weight room. 57. 57. Hey, let's get some penetration here. Let's get some penetration.
To throw is Watson. A fight for the football, and it's intercepted. William Jackson with a pick. And the possession is theirs at their own 43-yard line. Well, not a good omen there. His first throw of the afternoon, intercepted.
And I know what the fans are thinking right now. I hope there's not negative thoughts in his head going forward, since that's his first throw of the game. But one of the things that I remember about him coming out of school is he's able to wipe things away pretty easily and move on.
On first down, it's Ross. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
51. It's been a long day for you.
Dalton sets up play action. Pressure, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back right around the 44. J.J. Watt in there to get him. It's a loss of 5. Third down, a shot here for Dalton. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Justin Reed. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively, not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
That's caught out wide by Stills. There he goes, left side. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about.
This is it. 19. Check 45 to Mike. Hey, 59.
From the gun, here's Watson. And break, the tight end's got it. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down.
Let's get it. Hey, check Mike 31. Keep it up, defense. Keep it up, guys.
To throw again on 2nd down. Watson nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Carl Lawson able to drop him for a loss of a couple. Well, it was 2nd long. Now it's 3rd and even longer. They're going in the wrong direction here.
Because they're moving exactly the way they want to, but you're exactly right. Definitely going in the wrong direction for the offensive guys.
Following the sack, it's now 3rd and long for Watson and the Texans.
It's our time. Hey, check Mike 57. Mike 57. Got you.
Off of play action, it's Watson. And he's got the completion to Hopkins. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals 39. So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. They'll run for the first time with Johnson. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. They get 14 on that one. Good for a Houston first down.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
57, 19.
On the ground, this is Lamar Miller. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down.
A loss of a yard brings up 2nd and 11 at the 25-yard line.
19.
We're scoreless after 1.
With no score.
Ready for the second quarter from Houston. It's the Texans in possession of the football as they've got it 2nd down and 11. On 2nd and 11 now. Watson. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
45, Mike, 45. I want that.
Out of the gun, Watson. And a catch made by Hopkins. His 2nd catch of this wild card game, and it goes for a first down.
People worry about throwing the out route because often it can get jumped, and that can turn into either an incompletion or an interception. But not on that one. Everything came together, and he catches it and goes over the sideline.
Watch the pass. 3 points down, he's coming. Check 45.
On 1st and 10, Watson.
They're running it.
And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10.
Bang, 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 bang. Come now.
Watson with a give to Miller. And he's going to work this one down to about the 5. That 2nd down run, a big help. The 7 yards leaves him with just a 3rd and 3 now. They'll try to run for it with Miller. And he pushed forward, but I don't think it's enough. He's going to be about a yard short. He needed 3. He got 2. Now that'll set up an interesting situation here on 4th and a yard.
4th and 1.
Line of scrimmage, the 2. They can still get a first down if they just get a yard out of this on 4th and very short. He can run for it, and he will. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. So the decision to go for it turns out to be a good one. They get a couple of yards, and as a result, the drive keeps moving. It's now 1st and goal. So 1st and goal and an opportunity for our first points in this wild card game. They'll run for it with Hyde. And he gets into the end zone. Touchdown, Houston. Carlos Hyde taking it in as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. Fairbairn good with the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. This is taken at his 4. And a good return. He's across the 35-yard line, right around the 36.
The Bengals take over 1st and 10 at their own 36-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others, where they think they have an advantage. Dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
Hands up, please. Hey, 368.
Dalton, 1st and 10. Open man is Ross, complete. And he's taken down inside the 30. 12 yards that time and a Cincinnati 1st down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now a give, right side. Ross. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. Another example right there how this defense really is winning the entire game at the point of attack.
Yeah, right there at the line of scrimmage because they are dominating it. It allows their interior guys to get upfield and spill into the backfield. So how are you going to combat that? You know, because they bring in your tight end, keep him in. Your running backs, they have to step forward. Bottom line, your offensive line has to block them first to give yourself a chance.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
They certainly thought they had him surrounded and probably thought they were going to get him on the ground and get the sack, but he was able to elude that. And even though it threw it incomplete downfield, if you're a defensive back, you're loving the pressure that you're seeing from your front.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Dalton here from the gun. And able to find Green. And he's going to be taken down with another 1st down as the stop's made at the Texans' 14.
Nice catch right there. Brings to mind the sentence, when in doubt, find your veterans.
He used to laugh back in the day when they would call guys like him crafty veterans. You get up in your 30s, you're still playing receiver, but you're around that long at that position, you're doing something right.
Just remember this. When he was young, he thought the crafty veteran was simply a guy who couldn't run anymore. Now he understands a little bit better.
Dalton operating in the red zone now. Got a man open. It's Ross. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. CD, it seemed like they were so focused on the guys out wide, they forgot about him out of the backfield.
That's a really good point because you've got to communicate, and oftentimes when you start counting receivers, that's exactly what you do. You start from the widest receiver, work your way inside. Who gets lost sometimes? The back in the backfield. That's exactly what happened there.
And he got into the end zone. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. That last drive, it was a good mix. Run, pass, defense on their toes.
And what really helps out in a big way is when you're doing the run-pass mix and everything's working, that means that they're guessing wrong every time on defense. They think you're going to pass when you run and vice versa. I would continue that, and when they finally draw a bead on you, maybe you mix it up a little bit, a little play action and throw the ball.
And will they maintain that balance? Time to find out. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
On 2nd down, here's Miller. And he got blown up, losing yardage on the play back at the 44. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down. The Texans on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is going to be 3rd and 13.
57.
Watson off play action. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 41-yard line.
Texans first down. 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 41. A shotgun snap for Watson. Hit from behind, and he's going to be driven down. Geno Atkins able to drop him for a loss of 4 from his defensive tackle spot. 2 minutes to play here in this first half of the NFL playoffs. A reminder coming up at the half, as we've done all year. We'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. Coach will have the lowdown on what's going on here in this wild card weekend as we begin on the road to Super Bowl 53 in Atlanta. To try again after the sack. Watson. Complete. It's Johnson. It'll be a gain of 6, and that'll make it 3rd down.
It's a gain of 6. Brings up 3rd and 9.
First down marker at the 31. It's 3rd down. Watson from the gun, he'll throw. And this one complete to Will Fuller. And a pretty nice tackle there, ranging up from his free safety spot as he'll stop him about a yard short.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job here of limiting that and keeping him from a first down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. So they'll pass on what would have been a 49-yard field goal attempt, and they're going for it on 4th down. They run. It's Johnson. And he's going to have the first down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line. They only got a couple, but a couple's all that they needed as they convert on 4th. They stay on the ground on 1st with Johnson. And some room to maneuver. Touchdown, Houston. Duke Johnson, 30 yards. And the Texans have taken the lead. And they're able to run it in. It started with a battle in the trenches. They won there, and they got in for 6 points.
And that's going to be a tough one for the defense to deal with. They've got to go to the bench now and figure out how we're going to slow down this running game, because on that particular play, they had no answer.
This fielded at the 2. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. Inside of a minute left in the half. Does the fact that you're down on the scoreboard influence what you do, or I guess don't do on this final drive?
It certainly does, but what influences me even more is who I've got running my football team out on the field and the weapons around him. Can he make a play? Can he get into someone that we're going to trust to take care of the ball? If that's the case, I might push it a little bit here and try and get something before the half runs out.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10.
2 by 2. Move!
51 from Mike, boy, 51. Watch the out, watch the out. Hey, Mike 51, Mike 51. Read.
Here you go, 368. Hey, zoom.
Now Dalton. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. 12 yards that time, and a Cincinnati first down.
A gain of 12. First down, Cincinnati.
Andy Dalton now 8 of 11 in this first half. He's got it 1st and 10. From the gun, Dalton looks to throw, and he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40. Now the Bengals going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long.
Second turn, defense, let's go.
To throw here, Dalton. He's going to air it out deep for Green. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Justin Reed. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Oh, and that's a nice job defensively to get a piece of the football. He's going to pop it into the air, and then it's the tip drill. And good concentration by him to react to it and pull in the interception.
Just over 30 seconds to go in the half. They've got it 1st and 10.
Check, come on. Hey, check Mike 45. Check.
After the interception, here's Watson. He finds Hopkins complete. They get 14 on that one. Good for a Houston first down. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime.
Let's go, defense. Let's get on the field, defense.
24's down, he's coming.
I got him. Off. 45.
Watson on first down. And an alley to run. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the first down on a 13-yard run.
Partner, as a quarterback, sometimes you just got to know when the clock has gone off in your head, it's time to go. Tuck it and get all you can.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Hey, check Mike 57. Mike 57. Come on, baby. Come on, let's go. 57 to Mike. 57 to Mike.
Let's get it together, defense. Let's get it together. 24.
Now Watson operating from the gun. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The Texans going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon.
57's the Mike. Watch 57. Go.
Back to throw, Watson going deep for Hopkins. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jesse Bates. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
Place it hot. Ladies.
So we got man.
2-by-2. Move. Heads up.
On 1st and 10, here's Andy Dalton. Going to throw deep for the end zone. Green's open, and he's got it for a Bengal touchdown. A.J. Green in the final seconds of the first half, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Now Bullock to add the extra point. And we've got a good one brewing. We're all knotted up at 14.
That ties the game at 14.
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. Time here for likely one play, and then these two teams will head to the locker room all even.
And you know the play caller's just feeling it right now. Let's go ahead and go for this one. A big shot down. Nope. Guarantee the head coach is like, don't get crazy. Take the knee. Let's get out of here. Tie game. We'll just start all over.
So we're at halftime in this AFC wildcard matchup. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report. Both teams try to avoid being one and done in these playoffs as we start the second half of this AFC wildcard game. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. First half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game, we'll see what the second half brings.
It'll be interesting because I think both sides feel pretty good about what their offenses are doing. Gotta wonder what adjustments are being made defensively to try and get a spark and maybe slow down the other side.
But here, do you change up anything on this opening drive?
Not offensively, you don't. You've got everything going your way. You've probably prepared for maybe some change-ups you might expect, but overall, you like what your game plan's showing you.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line.
Hey, 24.
Hey, check Mike 57. Mike 57. Bring it. Bring it. Line him up.
Here's Watson. Flushed out right. Deshaun Watson, so multi-dimensional, able to scramble for the first.
Man, defensively, that hurts. They got him out of his rhythm. They had him hemmed in, but somehow he was able to tuck it away and get away for a gain.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Motion. 57's Mike. Mike 57.
From the gun, a run for Johnson. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. And did he get in? No, down at the 1-yard line. A big run there by Johnson, and even 60 yards.
First down. First and goal at the 1-yard line.
After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal.
Heavy on the edges. Heavy on the edges.
They'll run high. And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal.
Well, Brandon, we always know that once you score one touchdown,
want two.
You're without a doubt. And so far today, he's got one, but was denied as he tried to get the second one.
One man in the backfield. That's Miller. 2nd and goal.
Watch the run. Good shot, baby. That's a baby shot.
Clear. 57. Go.
They'll give it to him up the middle. And he's in for the score. Touchdown, Texans. Lamar Miller taking it in as his guys are able to regain the lead.
I know we don't talk about it enough, but the intelligence level of the guys up front blocking, the offensive linemen, maybe the smartest guys in football overall. Add in a little bit of athleticism and a whole lot of toughness, you've got a lot to deal with, don't you?
That's why the guys in the backfield get them really nice Christmas gifts, right?
If they're smart, they do.
This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. The Bengals drive about to get going. And this game was all square at halftime, but now they find themselves down 7 following the opening drive touchdown here in the third quarter.
And they need to take a good, relaxing, deep breath, don't you think? Because right now they might start to feel like they've got to play catch-up here and start matching them point for point. But it's still too early to get there. They can still run their offense. Plenty of time to get back in this game.
So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Hands up, Lee!
Mike 51.
You better be afraid of me. 93, 52, 93, 44, 44. There you go. Hands up.
Going to give this time to the tailback. It's a gain of 7 on the ground. Second down coming up.
Playing against a 3-4 front is really challenging for offensive linemen because they can do so many different things. But when you're running the football, if you can handle the nose tackle up front and then maybe a guard can slide up to the second level and block a linebacker, that's when you have success running the football.
Hot, BAT!
To throw on 2nd and 6. Dalton. He's got Green. That catch moves him over 100 yards now for this wild card game. And a first down as well.
Timing is everything, and they work on this cut all the time. They work on all the timing patterns, and this time it paid off for them. Worked him to the center of the field, cut it to the outside, ball's delivered, gets both feet down for the completion.
93, 56, I'm up.
A first down throw coming for Dalton. Got his man, it's Eifert. And now the ball's out, fumble near midfield, and the Texans scoop it. And his guys are going to get the football at their own 47-yard line. Often on fumbles, you look at the guy who coughed it up and say, geez, what did he do? But, hey, let's tip the cap to the defense here.
Not a problem at all, my man. I'm not even going to tip it. I'm going to doff my cap to him. Congratulations, big-time play. Knocking it free and creating something good for your team.
They'll start out on the ground. It's Lamar Miller. He's got a first down and then some inside the 40. They get 14 on that one. Good for a Houston first down.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
Hey, watch the ship, watch the ship.
On first down, Watson underneath for Johnson. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
Is that not the very definition of a tough yard gain?
Now, is that one where as the receiver you go to your quarterback and say, why'd you even throw that?
Yeah, I think you do. And I think you wonder, what type of a route are you going to send me on that only 1 yard's going to be the result? If I'm going to go in there and take contact, let's go and get something out of it, not just 1 yard.
10th carry now for Lamar Miller. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. Back-to-back 1-yard runs here, so that leaves him with a third down at 8.
Brings up 3rd and 8.
Throwing on third down, Watson. He finds his target, Fuller. His second catch of this wild card game, and it goes for a first down.
Well, we're used to seeing the guy that you consider the number 1 receiver double covered, but how about this guy? He's double covered and finds a way to make the play for a first down.
That's how you increase your Madden rating, right?
No doubt about that at all. And you know something? I think we'll hear about that from him soon.
They're going to be stopped up on this first down run. He might have gotten back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it. Give the tackle there to Josh Norman. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Watson setting up the screen for Miller. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up third down. Well, that second down completion, something of a disaster, and now they're left with 3rd and long.
Mike's 57, 50 seconds, Mike. That's it. 57. Mike, 57. I'm coming. Hey, check Mike 57. Mike 57. Yeah. And a go.
Here's Watson. No, bottled up. Fumble. It's out. It's loose. So it goes as a fumble, but the key thing, not a fumble loss.
Yeah, that stat's big, isn't it? I mean, I remember watching teams play. The ball might be on the ground a number of times during the game, but the other team doesn't get it. That's a huge difference in the ball game. And in this case, they were able to retain possession.
So chalk that down as an 8-play drive capped with a field goal.
Yeah, as a friend of mine used to say, they were moving and grooving for a while, but they couldn't keep the momentum going enough to get a touchdown out of it.
This fielded at the 2. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line.
The Bengals take over first and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it now because you're exactly
You
right.
like that, don't you?
All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. Is that word again, symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis, symptomatic of the success of this broadcast.
What I like is that you gave me the word, and I just kept using it.
From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Dalton. And the catch good. It's Eifert. And he'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6. 1 quarter remains for the right to survive round 1 here in the AFC. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. And the Bengals on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 4.
Mike 51. 3 buzz.
368.
51 for Mike, boy. 51.
Out of the gun, it's Dalton. Well, the 2 men come together, and it's incomplete. Excellent work defensively, brings up 4th down.
Now, he's been a busy man out of the backfield. They've looked his way quite a bit so far in this game.
Nice job there defensively, though, adjusting, because a couple of his earlier catches, he was wide open. Not that time.
You mentioned the key word, adjustment. A better cover man on him now in space.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Bengals going for it. Here's Dalton. He's got his man here. It's Green. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down. Andy Dalton now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the line. Now he's hit, and Dalton lost the football. And the Texans scoop it. And they will bring this one back. A fumble return for a Texans touchdown. So a great play there by the defense. If these guys are going to advance, and it looks like they will, this defense a big reason why.
And they love carrying the mantle for this team, don't they? You see the way that they move around out there? They want to lead this team deeper into the playoffs and hopefully onto the Super Bowl.
And that return for a touchdown certainly helps that cause. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Bengals drive about to get going, and they weren't on the sidelines for long, but I'll tell you what, I'm glad you and I weren't down there. We could hear them, the coaches from all the way up here. They were adamant, you've got to hold on to the football or else we have no hope.
Yeah, it's easy for me to laugh sitting up here, but you're exactly right. If we were down there, that message would have been received a whole different way because turnovers, they've been a big problem for them. Got to take care of the football. Got to hold on to it.
That pass play wound up for negative yardage, so here's 2nd and 11. Here's Dalton. Flush to his right. Going deep downfield for... And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Jaleel Adai. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops.
I think that interception happened for two reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit, and receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. So there's a guy lurking, took the ball from him.
Yeah, so don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open.
Got to know that you're open. Otherwise, just don't do it.
31!
I don't think you got it, son. Hatchet.
A first down carry now for Miller. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. Lamar Miller, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Texans push further out in front. But look, this is a team, Charles, they faced adversity all year long. They had to fight and claw to win that division. But they're putting it all together here in the wild card game.
Feels like a statement, doesn't it? An absolute statement game, a message to the top seeds. Overlook us at your own peril. We're pretty darn good.
So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Bengals take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass, and finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass, and that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. Tyler Boyd, the former Pitt Panther, was the target, and it's third and short. Dalton here from the gun. He's going to air it out deep for Green. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. Operating from the gun. Dalton, and that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. Bradley Roby there defensively. Another incompletion. It's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by the corner, Bradley Roby. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
45. Mike, 45. Check. He's coming. We got double up.
59!
On first and 10, Watson. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. Darquez Denard there defensively. And the incompletion there stops the clock. Any surprise they're throwing here late?
Ordinarily, yes, because you would think enough is enough. They've got plenty of lead, but I've seen this a bunch of times as well. The defense is going to crowd the line of scrimmage. If you just hand it off inside, you're getting your running back popped a lot as well. Sometimes the defense dictates it. If they're going to crowd it, you may have no other choice but to throw it downfield.
It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11.
Third down and 11.
Good set. 19.
Mike, 45.
55.
Hey, you don't want to see me. You don't want it. 45's the mic. 45's the mic.
So don't say nothing.
Check. 45's the mic.
Now it's Watson. And he finds Stills complete. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. Well, your QB's been sacked 4 times in the game already, and they're the holding goal.
And you know darn well the offensive line coach is frustrated and upset that he's been hit that many times already. He doesn't really care that they hold now. Just don't let him get hit anymore.
Now a third down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
The Bengals take over first and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey,
blitz coming, and down he goes. J.J. Watt able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. So Dalton now going deep downfield for Ross. He's got a man complete. And all the way down to the 29. A big play there for Cincinnati. And even 50 yards. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10.
Here you go.
Dalton going for it all. That's going to be caught by Ross for a Bengal touchdown. John Ross with his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Bengals are able to cut into this lead. And now they'll empty the backfield here as they elect to go for 2. Throwing, Dalton, and he'll find his way in for 2, and we're back to a 2-score game. The lead's cut to 16. Two scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they can somehow get this one back. Snuffed out. The Texans' hands team recovers. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down.
Check the backer, check the backer.
To the car! To the car!
Watson now to throw. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. It's rare that a receiver of his caliber would drop one pass, but that's now 2 times he's had his mitts on one and lost it.
Yeah, and I don't think that they're going to lose confidence in him, though, because of the track record. Such a good player, maybe having a bad game, but I think they'll still go to him in a critical spot.
Miller with a 1st down and more. Touchdown, Houston. Lamar Miller saving his best for the playoffs with his 3rd touchdown of the game. And the Texans push further out in front. Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And that pushes the lead up to 23. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Bengals drive about to get going, and they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Now Dalton. Eluding the pressure right. He'll run it, and he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be second and a couple.
I think we have to give credit to him for buying time and extending the play. But, you know, there's some really upset defenders on that one. They thought that they had him. Instead, he was coated in Teflon and got away.
Hey, check Mike 39. Check Mike 39.
Throwing again on second down. Dalton finding Green complete. And out across midfield down to the 45. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 45-yard line. And Dalton to throw. And that's complete. It's Green here. A gain of 6 there on first.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's second and 4.
I'm going back to you. Hey, Mike 51, Mike 51. Defense wins championships, baby. Go, Mike 51, Mike 51. Hey, it's coming up.
2 by 2. Move.
Hey, I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. 51's the Mike. 51's the Mike.
You ain't that.
To throw here, Dalton going deep downfield for Ross. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. And he's unable to grab it. Thought he might have had position, couldn't hold on, third down. So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Passing, it's Dalton. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Calais Campbell in there to record another sack, and that is now 6 on the afternoon for this defensive unit. And they're indeed going to go for it here on fourth down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. They'll try on fourth. Here's Dalton. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Calais Campbell, and that will force a turnover on downs. So they tried to go for it for pride, but it really wouldn't have mattered. This one, it was already determined.
No doubt about it. This one was over a while ago.
Y'all playing the wrong football.
That good for 22 and a first down. This defense, Charles, they have unraveled here in the fourth.
In a sense, it's like they're being pressed, like in a basketball game, and they just can't get the ball over half court. I mean, no matter what they do, they can't get off the field. They can't slow them down. They're just going up and down the field against them. Yeah, unraveling would be a perfect word for them.
They're not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up first and 10.
We ain't beginning to tear you up. Don't get nervous.
Check. Fresno. 54.
After the run, Watson going to throw. Buying time to his left. He's going to take off with it, and he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. It'll be a gain of 8 yards, and it'll be second down.
Let's get off the field, man. Let's get off the field.
Brings up second and 2.
And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. It's a 10-yard gain there to set him up first and goal.
And while we're seeing more and more of these plays come from the college game into the NFL, and that one, it was run with great success, How about the evolution of the offensive linemen? We're seeing less and less big guys who can't move and more guys who are a lot more mobile and can get out in front of that type of a play.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Sam Hubbard making his presence felt in the backfield. First down, a bit of a disaster, and now on 2nd and goal, back even further.
Watch twist. Watch twist. Undercrush. 81. Tighten up.
To the 9.
Off the draw, here's Johnson. And Johnson lost the football. It's loose, poked out.
Here comes the boom. I see you, boy. I see you.
And losing in this wild card round, they've got something to build on, though, for next year. But I don't know if they want to hear that right now.
Maybe not at the moment. But once they get away from it a little bit and they get into their off-season program, they'll start to talk about that. And I like how you framed it, building blocks, building this program up. And what my favorite coaches always talks about, brick by brick, you build a program. And this is one of those bricks to build them towards the next season where they think they have a chance to advance farther in the playoffs.
That'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our hardworking crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, find us on Twitter at EA Madden NFL. It's a win for the Texans as we say so long from Houston.